Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be doing the full version of my natural makeup tutorial. So today we're going to get started with the Almay Wake Up Liquid Foundation in Naked. And I'm just going to go ahead and take the Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques. And I'm just going to put a few dabs on the brush and put it all over my face. Now this is a very lightweight coverage, so it is very buildable. So I like to start light at first and then just sort of feel it out, and then if I want to go heavier then I do, which is exactly what I did in this tutorial. I started out light and then I added more as I went on because I have some blemishes. So just do whatever as you prefer. So now I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. HD Concealer. And I'm just going to apply that to my forehead, my under eyes, my nose, and a little bit on my chin area. Now on camera this definitely seems a bit dark for my color, but it's actually, in person, it doesn't look that dark, trust me. But I still need some under my under eyes mostly. Now, as you can tell, this definitely doesn't look like a color you would brighten under your eyes, but I feel like this brand doesn't have a good shade selection as far as the concealers, but I do love this concealer, so I'm just making it work. So once I have finished applying that, I'm just going to go in with a damp beauty blender and just blend all that in. Now once I am done blending all that in, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless in Translucent, and I'm going to set my under eyes and everywhere else that I put the concealer with a Wet n Wild fluffy powder brush. Now I'm going to take the Mary Kay Mineral Powder Foundation in Ivory 2 with my e.l.f. Kabuki brush, and now I'm just going to use that to set the rest of my face. For contouring, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Bronze 3. And I'm just going to take an e.l.f. angled brush. It's technically a blush brush, but I like to use it for contouring. It's nice and soft, and I feel like it just gets the job done. So I'm just going to take a little bit because this is very pigmented and my skin is very light. So I just take a little bit and then I just use it to just lightly contour because I do have a pretty rounded face. So I just like to focus more on the cheeks, but then I will work up to my temples and then on my forehead. And once I am done with that, I'm going to go in with some blush. I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild ColorIcon in the color Rosé Champagne. It's a very nice, almost like nude colored blush. But however, I will say though, it's kind of very glittery, so you have to kind of be careful with it. But it is so pretty. But I like to start using it into the bronzer, or the contour I should say, and then I kind of work up to the apples of my cheeks. Now we're going to get started on brows. So now I'm just going to take a spoolie and I'm just going to start brushing out my brows. And then I'm going to start in with the Colourpop brow pomade in the color Dope Taupe. Now I could use like a more blonde shade, but I feel like that would just be a little too light. I know that may sound weird because I am blonde, but I swear this is like the perfect color. And then I'm just going to take in the very flat angled brush that you would normally use for a pomade, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started with my brows. Alright, and I'm just gonna warn you right now, you guys are gonna see me like poke my eyes like 100 times throughout the next few minutes, because I swear there was something in my eyes and I could not get it out. So in case you guys are wondering, that's all. To set my brows in place, I'm going to go in with the Essence Make Me Brow, and that is in the shade 1 Blondie Brows. And I guess you can say this is a good dupe for the Gimme Brow by Benefit. That's what I find anyways, and I love this stuff, and it really does keep my brows in place like all day. So if you guys are looking for a good dupe, I would definitely try this out. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on that. So once all that's done, now we can get started in the fun stuff. I'm going to go in with the Milani Must Have Naturals palette. This is hands down my holy grail favorite eyeshadow palette. I've been using this for like, I want to say like 6 months now. No, like 8 months now. I've been using it for a long time, and I swear I use this every time I do my makeup, even though I have more eyeshadows and stuff, but I love it. So now, anyways, I'm gonna go in with these with this bone colored shade. They don't have any names for their shadows in this palette on the back, which I find kind of weird, so I just kind of give them my own names. So I'm gonna use the second shade in the palette. It's kind of like a bone colored shade. It's a nice transition shade, and I use that to just color my entire lids and even the brown bone if you like, and I just cover both my eyes with that. And I just find that it matches my skin tone perfectly anyways, so I feel like not only is it a nice transition shade, but it's also a good starter shade. And I'm so sorry guys, I forgot to mention too that that was just a fluffy shade brush by Eco Tools. It was one of their dual-ended brushes. So now I'm going to take that chocolate brown shimmery gold shade with an e.l.f. shade brush. It's like a fluffy crease brush. And I'm just going to use that into the crease, and then once I kind of work that into the crease enough, then I can start blending it in. But the focus is to start out and then move in with whatever is left on the product. That way we can kind of create like a flawless, seamless eye look. And depending on your preference, if you want to go in with a little bit more, you can. If not, just whatever you like. But for now, I just want to pack that in a little bit. So this is very pigmented. So I'm just going to grab just a couple dabs more, and then just again start out and then work my way in. So now that we're getting towards the end of the lid look, I guess you should say, without putting too much more, if any, onto the brush, we're just going to use whatever's left and just make sure that everything is seamless, flawless, everything matches on both lids, so that way we can go ahead and get started on the lower lash line. With that being said, I'm just going ahead and take the smudge end of the Eco Tools dual-ended brushes, and I'm going to take that milk chocolate shimmery golden brown shade, and I'm just going to take that on the outer edges of my lower lash line. Not too much, just a couple dabs, you know, just to make it like just a light look, really. We don't want that to be heavier than the upper lid look, I should say. We kind of want them to match. If anything, you could even make it lighter if you want to, because we're going to end up putting some mascara and liner down there anyways, so just do whatever you like. Now for my favorite part, we're going to go ahead and highlight the brow bone, and I'm just going to take an e.l.f. concealer brush, but I use that to highlight my brow bone and everywhere else. Now this first big pan shade in the palette is actually a nice highlighter shade, and I'm just going to take just a dab of that and put it on my brow bone. And I'm actually going to use that same highlighter shade to highlight the rest of my face. It's just so pretty, and it's especially on fair skin tones. It's just a very nice, almost like translucent highlight shade. It's just so pretty. I love it so much. And then I'm just going to take a little scone brush, I believe that's what it's called. And I'm going to take a little bit of that same highlighter shade just to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, just to make it pop a little bit. And as I said before, I'm going to use that same highlighter shade to highlight the rest of my face. So I'm just going to highlight the apples of my cheeks and into my temples, my nose, and of course the Cupid's bow, because it just looks so pretty. As I say so much throughout this tutorial, if you haven't noticed. Now we're going to move on with eyeliner. Now, this is my favorite liquid eyeliner in the world. I have been using this for years. This is the Maybelline Line Stiletto, and I can't remember the color, but it is in the brown shade. So I'll try to look for the name of the color for you, but if I can't find it, it is in a brown shade. So I just love the felt tip on this. It makes it so easy because my hands do shake. It's just one of those weird things about me. Yeah, that moment when eyeliner totally wants to defeat your entire world. Yeah, no, I was not letting that happen. So I figured you guys would have a little giggle over that. Once I've completed that, I'm just going to go in with my eyelash curler and just curl my eyelashes a little bit. Now, I don't usually clamp on them that hard because I don't like them totally curled, because I feel like once I apply mascara, it doesn't really apply it right, or the way I like it to anyways. So just very gently, I just curl my lashes and then I just move on with mascara. And with that being said, you guys, I am using my most favorite mascara in the world. This is the Maybelline, the Falsies Push Up Angel Mascara. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. And I can't remember the color of this, but it's in black. And I just feel like the wand, because it's only one-sided and it is angled, it just does the most perfect job. I love it so much. So I'm just going to apply that. Now I'm just going to take whatever is left on the wand and just wiggle some on my lower lashes. And you don't really need to apply new mascara on the wand. You can if you want to, and sometimes I even do, but you just need to wiggle it, and a wiggle, I mean, you know, just a little zigzag motion. I feel like that gets the most out of your lashes. And yeah, just wiggle some on your lower lashes and you're good to go. So now I'm just going to take some chapstick in Sugar Cookie. So delicious. And I usually like to put this on before I apply lipstick or any lip products. So I'm going to go in with the Maybelline lipstick. I think this is the color Sensational lipstick, I believe anyways. And it is in the color 700 in Barely Bloomed. And I'm just going to apply that all over my lips. Now I feel like with a natural makeup tutorial, I felt like a nude color was most definitely appropriate. And once that's done, I'm going to go in with the NYX Butter Gloss in the color Madeleine or Madeleine. And I'm just going to apply that all over my lips as well. And now to set the entire look, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus setting spray. And I'm just going to take a couple sprays and just lock it all in. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Thank you for watching this. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe. And yeah. Thank you. Please stay tuned and keep a lookout for my next video. Bye guys!